to the Free Swatches channel and Happy New Year to you, albeit slightly belated. I've been working on the Omega Dynamic Chronograph that we featured in the last video, and the watch is now all ready. So in today's video I'm going to show you that watch and we can have a look at it and see how I've got on with it. And before I do that, I wanted to do a quick recap for any new people watching the videos, but also it's the start of a new year, so it'd be good just to go over where we're up to. So I had £1,000 after buying and selling 3 or 4 watches to get towards buying a Rolex wristwatch, which is the end goal. And I bought this Omega Dynamic Chronograph. That was featured in the last video. I took the watch apart. We found a few broken parts in the watch. So over the last few weeks I've been getting all the jobs done on it, getting it ready. So the idea today is let's show you the watch, let's put a price on it, let's decide what we're going to do to move it on and sell it and go from there. So that's what we're going to do today. And hopefully it'll be an enjoyable video, so if you'd like to come along, we'll go and have a look at it on the bench. Okay, so this is like the unboxing part of the video. I've put the watch back into the box it came in. The idea is I can show you the whole thing now and show you exactly what we've ended up with, you know, once we've had the watch, I've prepared the watch and so on. So first things first, we came with this Omega box. It's got a sticker which looks like it's in Italian, I think. Wouldn't even attempt to pronounce what that says, but the box itself is in nice condition. We've then got a wallet with the international warranty card, which has a date 1st of September 2000. So it's quite a nice thing to have. We've got the address of the jeweller there, as well as inside of our wallet the operating instructions as well. Quite a nice thing to have, and not something you see that often. Let's get the box out of here then. So that's our box out of the way, our outer box, and here's the actual box itself. This is in surprisingly good condition as well. Normally these boxes tend to deteriorate, and this watch is obviously nearly 23 years old, and the box has stood up quite well. And obviously here we have the watch inside of the box. What I'll do in a moment is get the macro lens on and we can have a closer look. But you know, just to say from the outset, I'm pleased with the way this watch has come out. It is a really nice example. So what we'll do then, we'll get the macro lens on and we'll get a bit closer and I can talk in a bit more detail about what I've done to the watch as part of the servicing work, and obviously where we're up to now and what we're offering for sale, as it were, now that the watch is ready. Okay, so we've set the watch up with the macro lens, so hopefully I can show you from the front. And what you'll see here is pretty much the same as what I would have shown you in the last video. Not much has changed, because as you may recall, the watch is actually in really good condition. The case didn't need any refinishing. I've just refinished the case back, which I'll show you in a moment. The crystal is in really good condition because it's a sapphire crystal that's anti-reflective coated. The dial on the hands are also really good. So all I've done there, obviously as part of the service, take the watch out. I've just gently cleaned any debris out. But just to recap the details on this watch, this is the Omega Dynamic Chronograph is one of the last watches to feature a tritium dial. And so they already started off with quite an aged lume, and the dial hands have gone even sort of darker really over time. So it does make for a quite nice, attractive watch. The pushers and crown are correct and original, and they are both in good order and have been cleaned and lubricated as part of the service. So looking at the watch from this angle, obviously I'm really happy with the way it looks, and I'm happy and ready to sell it. It's a really nice example. Okay, so I'm going to set the chronograph off, there we go, and talk a little bit about the movement and what was needed. So if you've seen the previous video, you'll know that the watch was faulty because it had a broken winding pinion, and that was the part that I found to be faulty when we did the last video. When I took the watch apart, as well as the winding pinion being broken, there were 3 other wheels, the 3 connecting wheels that wind the watch up. They were also had teeth missing. There was one comment on the last video asking what I thought the problem was, and also if it's possible that something had caused those teeth to break in the first place. Well, having had a look at the other 3 wheels, I think that there was one wheel with a steel pinion where one of the teeth had broken, and I think that's the most likely culprit to have gone first and caused all the other teeth to break. But the good thing is that obviously all these parts have been replaced and I've fully serviced the movement, so we're all okay now. The chronograph module has also been serviced. In the last video I took the module apart and showed you how that works and what you had inside of there. So obviously it's all gone back together now, and you can see the chronograph running quite smoothly. This is a simplified version of the split chronograph, because this module is also used on the Omega Speedmaster Reduced, which has an extra hour recording facility in it. So the module also comes with an hour recorder, but this version just has the 2 register chronograph, which I think is probably more appropriate for a military styled wristwatch. So yeah, that was the details on the service. I think it went well actually, and it's certainly running well now, and it's been on test for a few days. So hopefully it's all going to be running well, and obviously when the watch is sold, it comes with a guarantee as well. I guarantee the work I've done. Okay, so here's the case back. I did have to refinish the case back because it had a scratch on it where a previous attempt had been made at getting into the watch, and I think it's come out just right because as you can see, the grain finish has been applied on there. There is one tiny nick on the one of the slots, which it would have been too much to have removed, too much metal to have removed to have got that out, so I've left that. So it's not perfect, but it's certainly in good condition now, and happy that I've done what I can to resolve that. You might also be able to see that there's the serial number on the lug there, the lug that's on the bottom left. That's the matches up with the paperwork. It's quite a nice detail, and this is probably from the period in Omega's production where they started to do this, started to put serial numbers on the movements and on the lugs as well. So as you can see, the watch has really turned out well. I've been able to resolve the problems with the movements. The overall condition was good anyway, but I've also got rid of the scratches in the case back. So we're now ready to sell the watch. I've been doing some research into these to see how much they sell for, because I'm not a watch dealer. I don't really know how much things are worth in this department. So I've had a look on Chrono24. I've had a look on eBay. Current situation is there is what I would regard as an inferior example for sale on Chrono24 for $2,000. And then looking at completed listings on eBay, so that's watches that have recently sold, one that was a comparable watch in that it didn't have a bracelet with it, it actually didn't have a box and papers either, that sold for £1,900, so it's UK sale. So it's a bit difficult for me to know where to price this, because obviously we haven't got the bracelet, so it's not a full set, but apart from that it is a full set in the sense that we've got the box and we've got the papers, and we've got a nice looking watch as well in good condition. So my aim with these videos, as you know if you've been watching the series, is not to sort of maximise the profit, but really just to move the watch on. So I thought, well, let's start at a reasonable number of £1,400. So that's the price I'm going to offer the watch for sale for. If anyone's interested, then please feel free to get in touch with me. You can use the office email address, which is office@simonfreeswatchmakers.com. You're welcome to try me on Instagram @simonfreeswatchmakers, and one way or the other you should be able to get through to me, and that way hopefully we can obviously talk about selling the watch to you if it's of interest to you. So yeah, it's £1,400. I hope that's going to be by far the cheapest one on the market, because it's completely sorted out, everything is there. So it's a good watch, and I think it is a good buy. But once again, hopefully it helps me to move on with this series, because it then allows me to make a profit on this watch, which was bought for £826, and I've put some parts in and obviously serviced the movement. So there's some profit there. It means I can move forward towards the Rolex and hopefully offer the watch to one of the subscribers or someone who's watched the video at a reasonable price. So yeah, just get in touch if it's of interest to you, and it's just on a first come, first served basis. First person with the money gets the watch. So thanks so much for watching. Look forward to seeing you on the next one. In the next video, with any luck, the watch will have sold, and I'll be either looking for a new watch or I've already bought one. The last one took quite a while to buy, so who knows where we're going to go next time. But I really appreciate you coming along on the journey with me, and we'll see you on the next one. So thanks a lot. Bye for now.